I mean, consolidation is what happened to the industry. What, probably 10 years ago, whenever, because when I was young and things were, starting to kind of pop off in the hunting world, um, it seemed like all these new companies were coming. Not new companies, but like high quality companies like Muzzy Broadheads, Rage Broadheads, all these old tree stand companies, Dan, like Summit and
Mhm.
API, all those like original tree stand companies. They all, I mean, eventually they were like some mom and pop kind of boutique companies like we have right now in the mobile market. They all now are like, there's like two companies that own all that crap,
Right.
and a lot of it's
Right.
crap now. But um, I don't know.
Like, yeah, and you're right. There were a ton of broadhead companies. There still are. I think the internet took kind of destroyed the traditional distribution.
Mhm.
Where there were manufacturers. They'd go to ATA. They'd sell it to the Bass Pros and the pro shops and the dealer network. And that was kind of the old way of doing things. And then the internet came in, and look at how many people sell direct to the public. When somebody launches a company, that's how they start, right? And so the internet changed things. Back when I started hunting, I was 21 when I started deer hunting, and I think there was mossy oak and realtree, right? Camo. And when I started Stealth Outdoors in 2007-ish, I started looking at camo. I was shocked how many camo companies there were. I'm like, how can this be? Because we're always thinking of Mossy Oak Realtree, and they had that licensing model, right? Mossy Oak and Realtree dominated everything: coats, clothing, guns, binoculars, bows, hard goods, everything. And when 2007-8 rolled around and I started looking for a camo company, there was 20, 30 camo companies then. And I thought, how can there be that many camo companies? But I was thinking the old traditional model. What all those camo companies were, they were clothing. They were a clothing line. They were like Levi's and Wrangler and Carhartt and all that. So that's how they did it. And so now we kind of have that going on in the mobile hunting market. Everybody is selling direct to consumer online. The bigger companies are starting to go to that traditional distribution as they're spreading out. And I don't even know what's going to happen in 5 years. I just thought it would be an interesting topic. I'd love to see some comments.
Do you remember the conversations that me and you had way back when the internet first started coming around? I remember telling you that the internet is the way to sell. Now we don't have to go through ATA. We don't have to do all this stupid stuff because you had to be insured. You have to have $2 million worth of insurance to go in a store. And I think now it's 15 million. And I'm like, I'm going to go direct to consumer. And we were kind of leading that. It wasn't just me. There was a couple other companies, but
I know
people put all that
Kuyu
stuff
back in the
out
day.
there. Good.
I think Kuyu was one of the first ones that brought it to the hunting industry. Like you said, it was about that time frame, Dan.
Yeah.
Um,
There was a
yeah.
few people, but there's still the old school people, the ones that are now
Mhm.
selling direct to customer, that were like, no way, you have to go to ATA, you have to go to stores, and those stores. I mean, literally, me and you talked about it, Lou, that your product would be so more expensive if you're in a store because they'd want 40%,
Yeah.
at least 40%.
Yeah.
People don't realize that it costs more to put it in the store. If you go direct, you can take some of that savings off, which is important now because prices have skyrocketed.
Yeah.
And there's another myth too that we didn't get into yet. The innovation myth. I hear a lot of people telling me that all these people copying products and stuff, that makes innovation and makes better products. I don't necessarily agree with that. Do you?
You made that point the other day. I thought it was. Go ahead and expand on what you're saying, because I did not. That was something I think that you should share here, because that was interesting. I thought.
Yeah, I mean, when you're constantly fighting people in court and people are sending you cease and desist, and you're going through patent costs and you're splitting up your product with all these other people, you don't have the money and stuff coming in from that product to develop new things.
If you want to watch another video, click right here. But don't forget to subscribe before you leave.